thing, others, so we'll go to public, number 4.
You want me to do that?
Yes, sir.
Public testimony. Citizens are invited to speak on any topic or agenda item before and during the meeting by raising your hand to be recognized. However, unless the item is specifically listed on the agenda, the City Council is required under the Texas Open Meetings Act to limit its response with a statement of specific factual information reciting the city's existing policy on that issue, or directing the person making the inquiry to visit with city staff about the issue, and no council deliberation is permitted for topics not specifically listed on this agenda.
Anyone have any questions or anything? Something on the agenda? Item number 5, we do not have a proclamation. Go to number 6, consent agenda. All items under this section are recommended for approval for the consent agenda. These items are of a routine nature and require only brief deliberation by council. Council reserves the right to remove any two on the consent agenda for further deliberation. Marvin, which two did you say was taken off?
I think the attorney said he was okay with ratifying those two.
Okay.
I move that we approve,
Can I read it?
oh, sure.
A, approved minutes of January 28, 2020 regular council meeting. B, approved minutes of the February 4th, 2020 town hall meeting. C, approved bills payable for period ending February 11th, 2020, fiscal year 2020. D, ratify recommendations from EDC approving a rental management agreement. E, ratify recommendations from EDC regarding real property negotiations for economic development within the tax increment reinvestment zone, TIRZ. 7, discuss, that's it, through E.
Move for approval on the consent agenda A through E with clarification on D that we haven't made that recommendation, but we are gonna have the rental management agreement, but we haven't picked that particular company yet.
Second. Have a motion second to approve consent agenda items A through E. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 8, consider approval of delinquent tax court collection report and delinquent water collection reports as presented by Lynn Barger, Gogan, Blair, and Sampson LLC, attorneys at law.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Thank you for allowing me to join you tonight. My name is Corey Spickett. I'm one of the partners of the Barger Law Firm. And a few years ago, y'all hired us to handle your delinquent tax collections and then your court collections, and at that same time, your water utility account collections. So I want to kind of give you a little bit of an overview of everything we're working on and kind of catch up on what's been going on lately. First, though, before the reports, if you don't mind, and I didn't get a chance to give this to you, but I created this little tax collection cycle. I just want to talk very briefly about where we are in the tax year because it's pretty important, I think, for the citizens of River Oaks to know what's going on. Everybody received a tax bill in October that was due by the end of January. If they didn't pay by the end of January, those taxes became delinquent. They haven't been turned over to our firm yet, but they could be. For business personal property, it's in April, and then for real property, it's in July. And the challenge for individuals is if they couldn't pay their taxes by January, it only gets more expensive from here on out. And so what I want to do today is express to y'all and everybody that's listening that if you have a homestead exemption on your property, you are entitled to an installment agreement by the state of Texas. You contact the Tarrant County Tax Office, and as long as you haven't defaulted in the last 24 months, they will give you a payment agreement from 12 months to 36 months. If you have the homestead exemption, or if you don't have it but you're eligible, get it and you'll get that payment agreement because that will stop litigation, that will stop penalty, and it keeps interest at a manageable rate, which makes it a lot easier to take care of those taxes and stay in your house. One of the big things that we do, especially on the delinquent property tax on the court side, is we're trying to help make defendants and residents bring them in compliance. We're not looking to bring the biggest hammer that we have because that doesn't help anybody. If we have to take somebody's property to judgment and sell it at a tax sale, now you have somebody that doesn't have their property and you probably didn't recover all the taxes. We'd much rather get them on a manageable plan so they can pay their taxes. That option is available right now, and if anybody is in that situation, they need to contact the tax office. Additionally, for your businesses, we understand that businesses are really the lifeblood of a lot of cities, and they provide the services that your community needs. They provide a valuable tax base and an energy throughout the day. They bring people into town. In April, we'll start making site visits and send demand letters to your businesses that have not paid their business personal property taxes. These are the taxes that are due on the tangible items used to create revenue for your company. A lot of companies aren't really aware what these are. They don't realize that they need to render to the appraisal district what the value is. They aren't really sure the ramifications of not paying, but they're pretty severe. And so we work really closely with the businesses through site visits and then our calls and our demand letters to make sure they understand that they need to work with us to take care of this. Now, the good news is, since I've been working for the city of River Oaks, I've made dozens of site visits to properties, and I've never once had to take further legal action on those individuals that I've made site visits to. They have gotten in line, made their payment. We usually give them a payment agreement. So I want to kind of give you that full picture so you know, and then there's one other thing. Coming up in April, end of April, early May, everybody in River Oaks that owns property should receive an appraisal notice from the appraisal district. On that, it'll have your market value and your appraised value of your property along with an estimated tax bill. This is probably the most important time of the year for any homeowner in the state of Texas. I think people are finally starting to get this. The Supreme Court has ruled that it is our obligation as homeowners to make sure that that information is correct. It's our obligation to make sure they've got our contact information and that that value is correct. And the real challenge is if you don't do it then, you don't get another chance. Once the roll is set in July and you start setting your budgets, it's done. And when we go into litigation, there's no more challenges about the value of your house, whether or not that porch was enclosed or not, whether the acreage is a tenth of an acre too big or small. And so we're kind of making a big push right now this time of year, letting everybody know, get ready. If you did not do that before, if you haven't challenged your value, it's easy to do online. Don't take that piece of mail and just put it in the trash. Keep an eye on it. Contact the TAD, the appraisal district if there's an error. Anyway, that's not about the report, but I'm really trying to get that message out because I think there's a lot of misinformation about appraisal districts and valuations and then tax assessments and how it all comes. And if people take care of it on that end, that makes it a lot easier when it gets to us because we're only dealing with people that we really need to steer to payment agreements, not people